The sun rose slowly over the hills of Galilee, painting the sky with soft shades of gold and crimson. The morning breeze carried the smell of earth and olive trees, and the world seemed to awaken gently, as if it knew something holy was about to unfold. In a small village near Nazareth, a man walked quietly along a narrow path. His robe was simple, his sandals worn, yet there was something about him that made people stop and stare. His presence carried peace. His eyes held compassion deeper than the sea. His name was Jesus. The call of hope. Wherever Jesus went, the broken followed. The blind reached out. The sick whispered prayers. The sinners stood at a distance, unsure if grace was truly meant for them. One day, near the Sea of Galilee, a crowd gathered around him. Fishermen, farmers, mothers holding crying children, men burdened by guilt, women crushed by shame, all stood waiting. Jesus climbed onto a rock and looked at them. "Blessed are the poor in spirit," he said softly, "for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." His voice was not loud, yet it carried farther than thunder. Each word felt like it was spoken to one soul at a time. "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." Tears rolled down faces that had forgotten how to cry. "Blessed are the meek, the merciful, the peacemakers." Hope, long buried under fear and failure, began to breathe again. Miracles on dusty roads. Jesus did not walk away from pain. He walked straight into it. In Capernaum, a paralytic was lowered through a roof by friends desperate for healing. The crowd gasped as Jesus looked at the man. "Son," Jesus said gently, "your sins are forgiven." Some whispered in anger, "Who can forgive sins but God?" Jesus saw their thoughts. "So that you may know the Son of Man has authority." He turned to the man. "Rise, take up your mat, walk." The man stood. The mat fell. The room erupted in praise. In another village, a woman who had been bleeding for 12 long years touched the edge of Jesus' cloak. She believed, "If only I touch him, I will be healed." Jesus stopped. "Who touched me?" Trembling, she stepped forward. "Daughter," he said with a smile that healed more than her body, "your faith has made you well. Go in peace." Love that crossed every boundary. Jesus ate with tax collectors. He spoke with Samaritans. He defended the accused. He forgave the unforgivable. Once, a woman caught in adultery was thrown at his feet. "Stone her," the crowd demanded. Jesus bent down and wrote in the dust, "Let the one without sin cast the first stone." Silence. One by one, stones dropped to the ground. Jesus looked at the woman. "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." Grace stood where judgment once ruled. The shadow of the cross. Not everyone loved Jesus. Religious leaders feared him. Kings felt threatened. Truth made the powerful uncomfortable. As Passover approached, Jesus gathered his disciples in an upper room. He broke bread. "This is my body given for you." He lifted the cup. "This is my blood poured out for many." Confusion filled the room, but love filled his eyes. Later that night, in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus knelt alone. His disciples slept. The night grew heavy. "Father," he prayed, tears falling into the dirt, "if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." The sound of footsteps shattered the silence. Betrayal had arrived. The price of love. Jesus was arrested, mocked, beaten, whipped until his back was torn. A crown of thorns pressed into his scalp. "Crucify him," the crowd shouted. The same voices that once cried Hosanna now screamed for blood. Jesus carried his cross through the streets of Jerusalem, collapsing under its weight. A man named Simon was forced to help him. Nails pierced his hands, nails pierced his feet. The cross was lifted, pain beyond words, love beyond measure. "Father," Jesus cried, "forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." The sky darkened, the earth trembled. "It is finished," he whispered, and he breathed his last. The silence of Saturday. Hope seemed dead. The disciples hid in fear. Mary wept uncontrollably. The world felt empty. Jesus' body lay in a sealed tomb guarded by soldiers. A stone stood between humanity and hope. Heaven was quiet, but God was not done. The stone rolled away. Before dawn on the third day, the earth shook. An angel descended. The stone rolled away. The tomb was empty. Jesus had risen. Mary Magdalene ran to the tomb, tears streaming down her face. "Why are you crying?" a voice asked. She turned. "Rabboni," she cried. Jesus stood alive before her. Death had lost. Love had won. A living hope. Jesus appeared to his disciples. Fear turned to faith. Doubt turned to belief. To Thomas, who doubted, Jesus said, "Put your finger here." Thomas fell to his knees. "My Lord and my God." Before ascending to heaven, Jesus gave one final command. "Go into all the world. Love, teach, forgive, and remember, I am with you always." Why this story still matters. Jesus did not come to start a religion. He came to restore relationship. He did not come for the perfect. He came for the lost. He did not stay in the grave. He rose so that we might rise too. No matter how heavy your sin, no matter how deep your pain, no matter how dark your night, the stone can still be rolled away, because Jesus lives.